Guys, welcome to my channel. In this video I am going to show you guys the game between Anish, Giri and Magnus Carlsen in the Meltwelter Champions Chess Tour final. So Anish, Giri with the white pieces opened up with e4, c5 the Sicilian defense. Magnus plays his favorite Sicilian. So knight to f3 developing a piece to the center, knight to c6. Magnus does the same, bishop to b5 the Rosaluma attack. The idea is to take on c6 and damage the pawn structure. So e6 he will try to go for d5. So short castle. Knight e7. Now you cannot take the knight on c6. Then knight captures c6 and the pawn structure will be equal. So d4 breaking in the center. C captures d4. Knight captures d4. And queen to b6. Bishop e3. It looks like it's a piece sacrifice, but it's not really a piece sacrifice because of the knight captures on d4. Simply f. Because if you take the knight, then queen captures b5 and the black would be simply a piece up. So here the idea is if you play a move like e5 to defend everything, then just c3 and you lose the knight anyway. So in this position Magnus thought for a while and he thought that I have had enough and now it's time to fight with knight captures b5 and sacrificing the queen. Bishop captures on the b6 square, a captures b6. Now you cannot take this knight because simply rook captures a1 and it will be a completely winning position for black because black has a rook and two bishops for the queen, and that's a very huge advantage. Giri plays the move knight to d2 developing a piece. Queen d3 is better according to the engine because knight c7 e5 and the d6 square will be up for grabs. So knight to d6 e5 kicking out the knight. So knight d f5, knight to e4, knight c6, g4, knight to h4, f4. So taking some space on the king side. h5 trying to open up the h file. So h3, h captures on g4, h captures on g4 and d5. So e captures on d6 and passam. Rook to a5, getting the rook into the game with the d5 square. So c4 Anish Giri prevents the rook from coming to the d5 square. So f5 attacking the knight in the center and b4 attacking the rook. So knight captures b4 and Anish Giri goes all in with d7. Bishop captures d7, knight d6 check, bishop captures d6, queen captures d6, knight to c6 and after rook d1 and bishop c8. Magnus just own a pawn and Anish does not have enough counter play for that. So Anish Giri plays the move g5 closing the king side, knight to g6, rook to f2 going for the h2 square and trying to block the h file. So king f7 defending or overprotecting the pawn on the e6 square. So queen to c7 check, knight c e7, rook d8, rook captures d8, king captures d8, rook captures a4, queen c7 and e5 breaking the pawn structure and f captures e5 is kind of forced and it just splits the pawn structure and Magnus will win back the pawn easily. Now it will be a positional grind for Magnus Carlsen and Magnus does it with unbelievable precision. He is 100% accurate. When it comes to the end game play, Magnus is just out of this world. Magnus is from another planet, from Mars, Jupiter or anything else. So let's see bishop e6, queen captures b7, rook captures c4, queen captures b6 and Magnus start taking all the pawns and now this position is already quite better for black and borderline winning for black. So just a few moves, rook e2, rook to c6 attacking the queen, queen e3, knight to g6, king h2, bishop c4 attacking the rook, rook b2, get the rook in the open b file but doesn't really matter, rook e6 attacking the queen, queen to f3. So here Magnus played the move, rook to e4 getting the rook in the 4th rank. So rook b7 getting rook in the 7th rank. That's a very important move and Anish is trying to win the f5 pawn but Magnus just defends it with bishop to e6, king g1. Magnus played the move, rook to g4 check, king h2 and takes the pawn and now Magnus is up 2 pawns and these 3 minor pieces is quite better than the queen and the king is very safe. That's the most important thing. If the king is out in the open then this position still be a draw or even winning for white, but the king is very safe within the 3 pieces. So bishop to d5 attacking the queen and queen to e3, rook g2 check, king h3 and rook to g4, king h2 is trying for the draw but Magnus has smelled blood and he will finish this game off. So queen to d4, rook g5, Rook to d6, trying to get some counter play, but it's too little too late. Magnus has got the pass pawn and he will just keep pushing this pawn. So pawn push f3, rook to e6, just too late. And getting a rook behind the pass pawn, and this is just a dream position for Magnus. What an unbelievable queen sacrifice, and that was a positional queen sacrifice for 3 pieces, not any attack, nothing. Winning in the end game god has come to fight. So queen to g4, Anish Giri is trying desperately for some counter play, but there is literally nothing. Magnus plays the move, bishop to e6 and rook d1, knight e5, everything is coming towards the king. The queen moves to h4, pawn push f2, king to g2, bishop d5 check, king f1, bishop c4 check, the king moves and pawn push equals to queen. And in this position Anish Giri resigned because after rook captures on f1, bishop captures on f1, Magnus has a rook and 3 minor pieces and a pawn for the queen, and that is just too much for the queen. So in this position Anish Giri resigned when Magnus promote another queen. So I believe you guys like this video and like the end game play and the beautiful positional queen sacrifice. So if you guys liked it, then like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to the Chess Orco channel and also check out some of my earlier playlists. Goodbye guys, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.